Beijing has its hottest days between July and early August, when it's the summer holidays as well. Many kids just stay at home to escape the heat. But more than 200 have chosen to train instead, because they are chosen to be ball boys and girls for the China Open. Over the last few weeks, they've all assembled at the National Tennis Center to be trained by both the China as well as the Australian Open trainers, learning basic techniques and rules about being ball boys and girls for when the China Open begins later this year in September, when these kids may serve superstars like Maria Sharapova and Li Na. 11-year-old Yang Zhiqing is a student of the primary school attached to the Renmin University of China. Unsurprisingly, he's also a tennis fan.
I love playing tennis. I can serve those stars if I can be your ball boy. I'm a tennis fan. I want to see those stars, so I'm here to become a ball boy. Of course, when I was informed and asked to come here, I was so excited. It was like getting an electric shock.
Now, of course, coming in close proximity with superstars is the most attractive part to youngsters like Yang, but his father sees other benefits here.
It's good for his growth to get training as a ball boy. In order to become a ball boy, the first thing he needs to do is to be polite. He'll be required to be extremely still when the players are playing, move really fast when he's retrieving balls, and be polite to pass balls to athletes. It covers almost all the basic qualities I want him to have.
First of all, the color of my skin changed. I used to be yellow, but now I'm pretty tanned. Moreover, it used to be too harsh for me to take a lap around the playground, but now I'm able to take all of them. I hope to serve for the China Open. It would be even better if I could go to Australia as well.
But again, for Yang's father, the changes he sees in his son are much more than that.
One day I watched him training for a little while. He's normally a really naughty boy, so I was surprised that he can do it really well. I told him that I was proud of him.
Besides training, over the past month, these youngsters have also been serving for the National University Tennis Championships, an actual test of what's to come at the China Open, where they had to communicate with athletes, coaches, and referees themselves. Their overall performance was still good and even impressive.
Parents want their kids to exercise in this environment because they never exercise as much here. In addition, they can widen their horizon and be more confident here, as this is an international competition. Moreover, this is also a social activity among children. What they can learn here is quite different from what they learn in school.
This is the only second time that the China Open has chosen ball boys and girls on a national basis. Despite the sport itself having a long tradition of choosing and training ball boys and girls for the likes of the Australian Open, for China, it's still a new concept.
I think it's fairly common in Australia because we grow up playing a lot of sports and we have a lot of good weather all year round, like even in the cold months, the winter and the summer, the weather's good. So Australian children generally will volunteer and participate in a number of activities like this.
And there's also been a gradual change in the concepts of many Chinese as far as developing their children goes. Fewer and fewer children are studying at home during the holidays now, because more and more parents are realizing that social practices are also an important part of the child's growth.
Education is basically a process of individual socialization, so the knowledge they can learn from books is not really enough. Reading books is necessary, but social practices are more important.